So we got you next, Isaac from Parsl, and yeah, thanks for being the sponsor for this event. And can you say something just to make sure we can hear you and see you?
Yeah, can you all hear me quite well there?
Yes, sounds good to me. And then screen sharing is the next thing. If you kind of go up to your screen here, and if there's an icon to share your screen, if you hover over with your mouse.
All right. Can everyone see that?
Awesome. So yeah, it looks good, and I'll start. Yeah, you're ready to go.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim. So yeah, hi everybody. I'm here to talk about Parsl. We're a DApp that is a supply chain technology platform utilizing blockchain. We've got a number of different areas of technological expertise that we've had to bring into our team to be able to put this thing together, and that extends across many areas of traditional technology. My personal background's an RF and microwave electrical engineer, and part of the core functionality we deliver is to be able to track products end to end within a supply chain. The fundamental way we're able to achieve that is by converting packaging into smart packaging. We're then able to track that from the time a product enters into the supply chain all the way until it exits. And we're able to do that in a very secure manner, particularly utilizing the blockchain to create immutable records in a way that I think would be fairly well understood by most people listening to this. However, we try to introduce a paradigm shift in thinking at the same time. So when we talk about tracking a product end to end, most people will get it without us having to explain this too much, you know, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and the kind of thing we're trying to achieve. However, what we're also doing is introducing a dedicated cryptocurrency that's mandated for use within that ecosystem, so that in the same way that we're tracking the product end to end, we can track all the related financial activity end to end as well, within a closed ecosystem, of course. When we do that, we're then able to allow a lot of other applications to occur as well. We are technology agnostic at Parsl, so we're not coming out there and saying we're just about blockchain, or we're just about Internet of Things, or we're just about NFC, or whatever it is. We always use the most appropriate technology in wherever it needs to be applied. And within a supply chain, that's a very important thing, because you have low value items that you can't spend too much money on the packaging to be able to identify them, all the way up to very high secure, high value items that you want to secure down quite tightly. In saying that, the other thing that we do with that smart packaging is we want it to be as accessible as possible. And so the most common technology that we implement is actually NFC, which for most people, that'd be what you use when you use Apple Pay or Android Pay or your tap and go credit card or something like that. Look, Parsl is a supply chain technology platform, and we could have deployed it for any different supply chain. But when we took a step back and we thought about, well, where does this make the most sense? Controlled substances supply chains obviously have a higher value add for what we're delivering. And then above and beyond that, the cannabis industry, the legal cannabis industry, which is growing, has a number of challenges that we're able to simultaneously solve with the deployment of this system. So we've only got a few minutes. I'm not going to go into great details, but there are significant banking challenges, particularly in the United States. The track and trace compliance requirements for cannabis businesses are very arduous, different in different places, and something that is not very well served by the software sector, but that we're hoping to make significantly easier for everyone to participate in. Similarly, the compliance reporting requirements, both for state and federal and international regulatory bodies, but also for insurance companies and other ancillary services connected to these businesses, we're able to deliver that in a very simple and accessible format where everybody who needs to have access to particular bits of data has it in a way that doesn't impinge on the privacy of the users that have put that data up. Similarly, the smart packaging is able to deliver very tailored digital marketing content to users at the time and place that they want to actually receive it, because the smart packaging is actually context aware. As it moves through the supply chain, it's got a track and trace function. When it's sitting in a retail store pre-purchase, it has a product information function. During the purchasing process, it has a purchasing function. And then post-purchase, it also has a marketing and feedback function. So we try just to use everything in its proper place as we can. I know I'm running out of time a little bit, so what I'll just say is that when we've gone ahead and designed this system, and we've shown some of the different elements of the supply chain there, we've tried to make sure that each and every different participant in this supply chain is going to get a real and direct benefit from using this technology. And that extends all the way from growers to end users, to regulators, to ancillary service providers. I won't go into too much of the detail at this point.
Great job, Isaac. How do people connect with you and find out more? What's the best way?
So jump on our website. That's a good place to find out some information. And otherwise, our Telegram group is definitely a good place to follow the latest updates coming out from Parsl.
Sounds great. Thanks so much. And we'll see you around in the EOS community, I'm sure. So
thanks, John.
All right.